Good morning, everyone. My name is Uday Kumar Cherkara. I'm a senior solutions consultant with Relic. With the limited set of people here, I want to ensure you get something out of the 15 minutes, next 15 minutes that you have with me, right? Uh, so today, what I'm going to cover is about enhancing customer experience through intelligent observability. Now, quick question: how many of you understand what observability as a term is? Any understanding of what observability is? Okay, not observability. Anything that you understand about monitoring, application monitoring, server monitoring, system monitoring. Okay, it's a much more fancier word than monitoring, right? It's a new term that has been coined by Gartner. In a true sense, before I get into what observability is and what kind of impact that digital customer experience would have on observability, I wanted to just focus on this particular image here so that I get some of your attention. What do you think this is? Any thoughts? It's a couple looking at an art gallery, right? Sounds like that. Well, it's not, right? So why particularly I put this picture is context matters today. Be it anything, right? And especially it matters if it's a digital native organization, business, right? I'm just wondering, when I started my day today, when I woke up, I ordered my groceries through Swiggy Instamart. Then I took a shower, got ready. While I was getting ready, I was looking into the apps through news. Then I got into a cab. I tried Uber. As usual, I did not get a cab. I booked through Rapido, came here. I'm trying to wondering that how much of a touch point in your life digital native organizations or business have been. And imagining that customer experience being pivotal to all of these businesses which are working digitally today, right? And one thing that I typically use as part of this is, let me be very frank, some bit of gyan today, but mostly on data points, right? So I will share a lot of data points across to show you how critical it is for businesses today to use observability solutions, right? And it's not a marketing theme here. I'm not going to talk about my product. I would in between थोड़ा सा बीच बीच में डालते रहूंगा, लेकिन overall it's all about what intelligent observability is and what kind of impact it brings in to your businesses. Now, how do I define this? Because what we have seen is observability as a term has been misused a lot. Everybody, in fact, I was in a Gartner event recently. Almost everybody was saying that it is an observability solution. It's not. So what I do is I kind of educate my audiences, customers about what observability is and how it is different from traditional monitoring. Okay. Now, as a definition, what it means is that it's the ability of understanding the health, performance, and experiences of system, applications, and customers in real time, so that you can do analysis of real-time data to take real-time actions. Now, one key differentiator for observability is it's a system of engagement. It's not a system of record. Traditional monitorings are typically a system of record where they collect data, they'll do analysis, and they'll give you some data. It's not real-time. Whereas observability, if you see, the key differences are experiences, customers, real-time. I would like to put a little bit of emphasis on this. Said that, how do we enhance customer experience? By eliminating interruptions in digital world. Anybody watch the Tyson boxing match? I'm not sure how many of you are interested in. One thing that came out of that was a live event that happened on November 15th, right? And Netflix was struggling to stream it. Imagine a brand like Netflix buffering it. I remember watching it at my friend's place and it was buffering. I asked my friend, boss, tera Wi-Fi kharab hai, dekh le ek baar. Because I had so much trust on that brand, I never realized that the issue was with the application itself and not with the Wi-Fi. So imagine the amount of business loss Netflix would have gone through that day. I'll give you some numbers. There were 120 million subscribers, out of which there were 85,000 support tickets being raised for that particular issue. That's the kind of impact an interruption, digital interruption can bring in. And whatever the logos that you see here, we are helping these logos today with New Relic. Okay, starting from Swiggy, name it. Some of the very common names, household names are with New Relic today. Now, as we speak, your digital organizations are making a lot of changes, improving the customer experiences, creating better applications. One thing that we have realized as an observability vendor, just to give you an idea, we have been in the market since 2008. We are the inventors of cloud APM. APM is nothing but application performance monitoring, right? Since then, we have evaluated and we have got into a platform which is an end-to-end visibility solution. Now, we talk to a lot of customers. Just to give you a scale at which we work, we have 75,000 plus customers globally, right? Now, that is the marketing bit I'm trying to push in. But then what I'm trying to say here is we have good enough customer information in terms of database talking to customers. We have identified 3 macro trends across the globe, okay? And these are value from cloud and data. What has happened is in this past 2 decades, there has been a data explosion, right? We started from clouds, client server computing to mobile era, now AI. We have moved from monolithic applications to microservices architecture, cloud environments. There's a data explosion that is happening, right? Now, to manage this has become a concern for a lot of customers who are especially into digital native businesses, right? And I don't have to speak about the second aspect, AI. All the panelists today were talking about AI, right? That's the kind of impact that we've brought in. In fact, our customers, especially in India, have already started utilizing artificial intelligence as part of their ecosystem. And New Relic is already helping them monitor those AI ecosystems, right? And the third one is about ensuring, why do you need AI? It's to bring in operational efficiency, as one of the speakers mentioned there, right? So that what in turn, what the organizations are doing is they're ensuring that the resources are spending their time on productive things rather than doing a firefighting, right? Now, you will ask the question, why? Why do you need an observability solution like New Relic? There's an statistics from Gartner that if a user waits for 3 seconds or more, 40% of the users drop out of your site. That means there's a direct loss in your business. I'm a little old. I might wait a little more than 3 seconds, but then the Gen Z and the millennials typically would not wait even 3 seconds, right? I'll give you a very simple example. Today, if you have to install an app, right, you go to App Store, Google Play, you open the app. If you encounter a crash, you might try it once more. The second time again it crashes, you're probably uninstalling it. Loss of business, right? So that's how important it is to eliminate disruptions. These are some numbers, data points. Let me tell you, these are not mine. So Gartner says that on an average, if there is an outage, an organization spends close to $300,000. Right? That's the kind of impact that we're talking about. There is a high customer churn. Almost 40% of the customers you will lose if your application is not loading on time. And we talked about Netflix, right? That particular day, 85,000 support tickets were raised. That's a direct result to that. I'll pause here. Any questions? Anything that looks interesting to you? I'll just quickly run. This is evolution again that I was talking about. Diverse tech stacks. This is where I want to spend some time. Again, a lot of data points. Now these are some data points that New Relic has done. All right. New Relic has been conducting something called as Observability Survey Report. We do it yearly, and this is the 3rd time that we have done. So I'm sharing certain very interesting numbers out of those reports. If you are interested for the entire report, you can come to our booth. I can share those details with you. What is this? This means that, before that I get into this number, right? What this technology diversity the complications, team dependencies has resulted is data silos, team silos, tool silos. I'm not sure if you are using any monitoring solution today. I have worked with some customers where they have 10 plus different solutions for monitoring. Imagine 10 different solutions. If something goes wrong, you'll have to go through those 10 different screens to identify where the problem is, right? So that has become one of the biggest challenges in terms of tool silos being created over the period of time. Especially in large enterprises, I've seen 20 different solutions being run for monitoring. Now, that is the direct result of what we did. So what we did as part of this survey, we interviewed 1,700 technology professionals across the bandwidth, across 17 different countries, and these are the numbers that we have come up with. 45% of customers today use more than 5 different tools, right? And what has that led to? 29% of the customers that we interviewed take more than 1 hour to even detect the issue. Forget about fixing the issue. And if you can just map it to the $300,000 that we're talking about, if that is your average, that means you're losing $300,000 straight away there, right? Another interesting part, 39% of them said it took them at least 1 hour to fix an issue, right? So these are average numbers that we're talking about. So 29 said to identify itself 1 hour. 39 said another 1 hour for fixing the issue. 31% of the people said too many monitoring solutions and data silos. Now, this is what we are trying to solve here, right? And an impact, from an impact point of view, I want to share this data, very important. Annual average cost for the customers without full stack monitoring was close to $509 million. And with full stack monitoring, it has come down to just $42 million. There's a big difference of 92%. That's the kind of impact that I'm talking about to businesses. And the ROI that we are talking about is 4 times. So if you're spending 1 rupee on an observability solution like us, you'll earn 4 rupees out of it. That's the kind of impact that we are talking about here. And this is another interesting thing that I wanted to put in. Just to summarize what I was trying to say, I don't want your organizations or business to be in a situation like this, right? Elephant and a blind man. Anybody remembers the story? I've just upgraded it. We have not only men, we have women also, and as well as people in suits, right? But then this is what your teams are going through today. You have multiple solutions. You don't know the context. You spend a lot of time firefighting, and a solution like Relic Observability platform, wherein you can bring all the data at one platform to give you AI-powered insights. Okay. What I'll also do is I'll quickly jump on to one very important slide here, just being mindful of time. We have reached a point where we are at modern observability, which means all the telemetry data brought into a single platform. What we are moving towards is something called as intelligent observability. What that means is a lot of AI related integrations, Gen AI related integrations that will help you not only notify you, but predict and prevent disruptions, right? So that's the future that we're looking at. We have already started working on it. One of the first iterations of it is an integration with GitHub Copilot. Anybody knows what GitHub Copilot is? 70,000 customers across the globe have already started using it. So what we do as part of intelligent observability is we have an integration with GitHub Copilot. Anytime a new software gets deployed, Relic will automatically monitor the performance of that. If it sees it is degrading, it will automatically notify the GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot will then do a rollout or rollback automatically, which results in auto remediation. That's the kind of future that we're looking at, wherein we'll do auto healing, auto remediation, prevent disruptions, preventing any business loss for you as a digital native business. Now, this is to summarize again the observability report that I was talking about. 4 times the annual ROI. Now, these are not just numbers. These are based on the actual customer data that we have spent with not only New Relic customers, other customers who are also using other observability solutions, right? I think I'm good. Thank you very much. This is just a token of thanks for you guys. You can scan this QR code. You might need to fill in a form. You'll get a swag kit directly sent to your home. All right, so anybody interested in an executive swag kit can scan the QR code and get it done. Any additional information that you want, I'm available at the booth. You can have a conversation with me offline. All right, thank you very much.